Hi girls and guys, it's Mr. Tracky and we're on the right track. In today's video, I'm going to give you the top 5 best places to land for easier wins in Fortnite Battle Royale and places where you'll find plenty of loot with minimal enemies to contend with. So the first place we're going to land is a place next to CHAIRSVILLE. Now CHAIRSVILLE is a random name that I've made up because most of these places I'm going to tell you are unnamed places. Now there's usually around 2 boxes where this massive tree is, so you'll get yourself a good visual and some weaponry for what's going on in CHAIRSVILLE. Be sure to slide down just here where the grass is the highest so you don't take any fall damage, and head towards the rear of the chair where you will find this broken house. Just at the top of the broken house is usually a chest also, which can give you some pretty good loot. Now and again you will find a very good weapon just at the bottom of those stairs as well. On this occasion it's a blue tactical shotgun. There are usually 2 ammo crates also in this house, so you'll get yourself plenty of ammo. Now and again you will find a scar just randomly lying here. Heading over to the chair, you'll find a chest usually on top of the chair, and this gives you again a good visual of what's going on in that house in front of you, because in that house and the barn on the right hand side there's going to be around 3 chests, and already you can see we're getting pretty decent loot here. Bolt action sniper rifle, a blue one, and we've got ourselves a blue AR, blue tacky, and we've got meds. Just behind the chair you'll find this little beauty here, and it always seems to have great stuff, and there was a purple scar, so no complaints. Heading over to the building now, always head for the roof instead of going inside. Sometimes people like to lay traps inside, so I always attack from the roof because that is where you're going to find the loot crates that you're after anyway. So not the best loot in them, but we've just got ourselves a scar. Into the barn now, head up to the top and you will find 1 more crate. So already you can see we are well prepared for the round ahead. Got ourselves a slurp juice. We are really ready to rock and roll now. So on average you'll find about 7 chests at CHAIRSVILLE, and it will give you plenty of great stuff prepared for your battle ahead. And as you can see, we're about to leave and there are 46 people alive, and I've not had to contend with 1 person to get any of this loot here. Next up on the list is MOTEL. Now this is on the left hand side of Anarchy Acres in grid D2. Now you will have a few people to contend with, on average about 3, but it's nothing you shouldn't be able to handle. Got myself a shotty straight away. There's usually a chest in the broken houses. I wasn't lucky enough to get one on that occasion, but it's not a problem. We've got meds and we've got this guy taken out and we've got his loot. Moving on into the house, you need to be careful in here because you'll definitely have people in here, as you can see, but we've got ourselves a scar and we've taken that guy out. Be careful when you are looting any of the crates from the roof or inside this building, because there are plenty of cracks in the ceiling and people will try and shoot you through those particular gaps. In terms of loot, you will find yourself plenty of large shields in here, plenty of resources and plenty of ammo. Be sure to work your way over slowly and calculated. Make sure you're listening out for other enemies. I actually got into a battle with this guy because he was trying to watch me through those gaps on the ceiling, as I said, and I knew exactly where he was and we was able to take him out and take his loot also. Once you've done all the houses, there's only really the little hut and the swimming pool and that truck in front of us that we walk past in a moment. It's got boxes, but it does actually hide a loot crate in there on many occasions, so don't forget to check behind the boxes in the truck just over there. On average you'll find about 4 chests at MOTEL, and as you can see we've only got 37 people to contend with, and we can head towards Pleasant Park or we can head towards Anarchy Acres. Next up on the list is somewhere I call Flush 2.0, and this is basically because it's next to Flush. It's in grid E9 on the map, and you'll find it just between Flush and CHAIRSVILLE. I always land on that chimney. Be careful, do not jump down guys, it will give you damage, hence the reason you saw me chopping it down, and it gives you those all important resources. Make sure that you've got your ears switched on when you are looting Flush 2.0, as there are boxes absolutely everywhere. Tend to be towards the top floors of the factories. You will hear them screaming out to you, come and get me. But on average you'll find about 8 treasure chests in Flush 2.0, which is an absolutely insane amount of loot. And once we leave this particular place, you'll see the inventory is looking rather nice. We have a blue assault rifle, a grey shotty, a tacky, but we change it out for a blue grenade launcher, and we've got the all important meds and the shield. You'll find loot everywhere, and I'm just running around to show you where the chests are, but as you've probably noticed, there are pallets, wooden pallets everywhere, so you will have a infinite amount of resources. Also, it's an absolutely brilliant place to loot, and you could head off to Floss Factory if you want that all important metal, or what I do is I tend to head off to CHAIRSVILLE, loot that, and head towards either Greasy Grove or Tilted Towers if that's where the map's landing, or you can veer off to the right hand side and go towards Salty Springs. But as you can see, there are only 24 people left in that particular round, so already the majority are gone, so the round should be easier for us to complete with all our resources. Next upon the list is the prison, which you'll find in grid H8 down towards the Moisty Mire region. Now this place, you can see the bus was coming in early, so this was the first place it was going to stop at, and for some reason I am the only person that has landed here. You will find plenty of ammo, plenty of guns, plenty of chests. This place is like a rabbit warren. You'll be here for a good while, and it's not a bad thing, because in terms of waiting for other people to die in the round, you've got something to do. As you can see there, we've opened that chest, we've got ourselves a lovely chug jug. You will get definitely get some decent loot here. There are occasions I've found a scar. You can already see I've got a blue assault rifle, so in my eyes I'm ready to go. We've got a chug jug, we've got meds, we've got a grenade. We'll continue to loot and continue to search for them chests. Be sure to check all the cells, because you won't find chests in the cells, but you will find loot just randomly sat there. And you'll find in a moment we find ourselves a sexy purple sniper, and we're good to go. We've done looting. There are 44 people alive on the map, and we're about done now. We're ready to go and get involved in the action. And once again, you'll see the trend here. I have not encountered one person, and I've had all that loot to myself. I can pick and choose what I'm going to throw away. Last upon the list in grid C2 over by Junk Junction and Haunted Hills is a place I call Broken Houses. Now the reason it's named Broken Houses is simply because every house is derelict and destroyed, but it is a place that's decent to land. Be sure to try and land at the top of the houses, because for some reason every chest seems to be at the top of the house. These are the generic copy and paste houses that you'll find in all the other portions of the map. You'll find plenty of loot, but you may actually land here and have some activity for people that are heading over to Junk Junction or people that are heading over to Haunted Hills. The great thing about this place is you can head off to Pleasant Park when you're finished, or you can head over to the motel and into Anarchy Acres. The only reason I've put this last is because even though the loot is pretty decent here, it is in very awkward positions, and if you land where there's a house with no box and you have enemies around and you don't find any weaponry, you can't build up to get the chests because you won't have any resources. And this place will drain your resources to a degree, because you have to build up to pretty much every treasure chest at this particular place. So it's a decent place to land. Once again, you've got various places you can head over to and you'll be strapped up ready for the war, but it is a place which is quite awkward, and to navigate these broken houses, they all look the same, but the doors are everywhere and it's just annoying. One last thing I must say before this video ends, guys, is please don't overlook your ammo crates. I see many people walk past the ammo crates, green boxes left closed, nobody's touched them. They are so important, especially when you're lucky enough to get yourself a scar. What's the point having a scar if you've got no bullets in there? Guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know down in the comment section which is your favourite place to land and why. And as always guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but a like and subscribe button, I hope they took your fancy, and as always guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.